Breaking news today. Putin has called a meeting of the Federation Council to discuss Russia's alliances. For the purpose of discussing Russia's ties to its closest allies and its dialogue with countries far abroad, Russian dictator Vladimir Putin has called for a meeting of the Federation Council for September 14. Report from the Kremlin-friendly TASS news agency. Some of the topics to be discussed include ensuring Russia's interests in relations with countries far abroad, and developing relations with our closest neighbors and allies. Specifics. Russian Foreign Intelligence Service Director Sergei Naryshkin was the first to brief Putin. Reminder. On September 13, Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un met at the Vostochny Cosmodrome in the Russian Far East to discuss a variety of issues. On September 14, reports surfaced that Putin ally and self-proclaimed Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko was on his way to meet with Putin. If you want the latest news on the conflict in Ukraine, look no further than Ukrainska Pravda. Join our Patreon and show your support by following us on Twitter. Boris Johnson, a former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has criticized the West for its slow delivery of arms to Ukraine and has urged his country to speed up its own military aid to the Ukrainian armed forces. European Pravda cites Johnson in The Spectator. According to Johnson, there is only one thing they want from us, and that is the weaponry to finish the job, so it's puzzling why we're taking so long. When did we become so sluggish? We don't know how to look these men in the face and explain the holdup. Throughout this war, we have consistently underestimated the Ukrainians while grossly overestimating Putin. Johnson blasted the United States for withholding ATACMS missiles from Ukraine. The United States has thousands of advanced ballistic missiles ready to go, but President Zelensky told me he only needs 200. Why put them in the freezer? Is there any other use for them that would better ensure the West's, and America's, safety in the long run? Observed the public servant in political power. Johnson explained that some in Washington have argued that the United States should maintain its China First policy and not send ATACMS to Taiwan unless absolutely necessary. Johnson thinks that the best way to prevent an attack on Taiwan is to ensure an early and decisive victory for the Ukrainians. Additionally, he emphasized the need for additional missile systems in Ukraine, specifically the British Storm Shadow, which has proven to be very useful. That's why Ukraine will triumph over Russia in the end, as Johnson put it. Can we not, in the name of all that is holy, give the Ukrainians now the military assistance they need to bring matters to the speediest possible conclusion so that fewer human beings are thrown into the charnel house of this pointless conflict? What the hell are we waiting for? I've asked it before, and I'll ask it again.